Good evening, students. Today I am going to discuss you the first topic, power sharing, class 10th of Cbse. It is very important topic, and in order to understand the distribution of power among different types of government as well as the different organs of the government. In this topic, we are going to discuss you the country Sri Lanka, Belgium, India. The position of power sharing is very good in our country. Why power sharing is very good in our country? Because majority populations are Hindus and minority populations are Sikh, Christians and Muslims. The Constitution of India gave equal six fundamental right to the majority, it means Hindus, and minority, it means Christians, Muslims and Sikhs. So majority and minority have six fundamental rights in our country, and there is a special fundamental rights depicted in Article 29 and 30, cultural and educational rights. Cultural and education rights says that minority community as well as a majority community can promote their religion by establishing educational institutions in our country. So that is why power sharing is very good in our country. Now, if we are talking about Sri Lanka, in Sri Lanka there are 74% Sinhalas and 80% are Sri Lankan Tamils. Constitution of Sri Lanka says that all the jobs in university, colleges as well as schools rest with the Sinhala community. Buddhism language is to be promoted, Sinhala language is to be encouraged. That's Constitution of Sri Lanka says that. And they completely ignored the rights of the Sri Lankan Tamils. Their language is not to be promoted, their religion is not to be promoted. So Sri Lankan Tamils feel alienation in Sri Lanka. That is why they formed terrorist organization LTTE, Liberation Tiger Tamil Elam, which did violence in Sri Lanka by killing President of Sri Lanka, Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, as well as other peoples of Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan government requested to the Indian government in 1987, and that's the former Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi ji, sent an Indian peacekeeping force in Sri Lanka in order to maintain peace in Sri Lanka. So from 1987 to 1990, Indian peacekeeping force maintained silence by curtailing the activities of the LTTE. But the price India have to pay by doing this, their terrorist of Sri Lanka, a woman terrorist of Sri Lanka, killed by a bomb in 21st May 1991 when former Prime Minister of India Rajiv Gandhi ji going to be a election rally in Perambudur, Sri Lanka, Perambudur, Tamil Nadu. So India also pay a price for maintaining peace in Sri Lanka by the assassination of former Prime Minister of India Shri Rajiv Gandhi ji by the terrorist organization LTTE. Now I am going to discuss you the country Belgium. Belgium having a majority of Dutch speaking people and minority are French speaking people. The minority French speaking people are very rich and they got the benefit of economic development of Belgium very early. and Dutch speaking people are poor and they do not have any benefits of economic development later. Now there is an tension created among Dutch speaking people and French speaking people from 1950 to 1960. But the people of Belgium, the government of Belgium are very intelligent. They did 4 times amendment in the constitution of Belgium from 1970 to 1993. Now there is a peace among Dutch speaking people and French speaking people in Belgium nowadays, because there is a community government in Belgium and there is an equal representation, so Dutch speaking people and French speaking people in the state governments. So the situation of power sharing is nowadays is very good in India as well as in Belgium. There is an horizontal distribution of power and vertical distribution of power. In a horizontal distribution of power, there are three organs of the government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. And the vertical distribution of power, there are three types of government: central government, state government, and local government. And there is also a division of power in the Constitution of India. Union list, there are 97 subjects, state list there are 67 subjects, and concurrent list there are 47 subjects, and the remaining subjects are in jury lists. So power sharing in India and Belgium are very good. Now why power sharing is so desirable? Because there are prudential reasons and moral reasons. In prudential reasons, it is not good to suppress the feelings and rights of the minority, because they create tensions. If we ignore the feelings and rights of minority, they can create tensions for the majority community. That which we have already seen in the Sri Lankan case. Moral reason, it is not good to irritate or curtail the rights of minority community. So power sharing is very important chapter in order to see how the benefits of power sharing is required in order to live in peace of majority and minority. So this is a short lecture on power sharing. We will discuss it later on. Thank you.